Boe?
Here.
Fregoso?
Here.
Michael?
Here.
Smith? Thor?
Here.
Frank?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. First item on our agenda this evening is the walks for vegetables,
Yes, Mary has his stand. You have a copy of the oath.
Yes.
Feel free to proceed as you wish.
Thank you. I, Mary French Wilson, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Mary French Wilson, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of a member of school board education, and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19-4-1, nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in New Jersey S 18A 12-1, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mary. Welcome. You did an excellent job. It was like you did take the minute.
I got a little nervous. I was getting a little hot.
That's our agenda this evening is recognition of our Governor's Teachers of the Year Awards. I understand that the principals are going to have to get a full bio of their respective teachers. Mr. Cook, would you like to start?
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. At this time, I'd like to call forward Ms. Yusra Hens, Mary F. Janvier's Teacher of the Year. And congratulations, Ms. Hens.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And very similar to when we do student of the month, now you get to hear the really good stuff here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
as I said, I'd like to introduce the board to you and congratulate you. So a little bit of a bio. Ms. Hens has 18 years of total experience as a classroom teacher and is currently in her 5th year teaching at Mary F. Janvier Elementary School, where she is assigned as a first grade teacher. Prior to her employment in the Township of Franklin Public Schools, Ms. Hens was a teacher at Bishop Shad Regional School in Vineland and then served in the same role at St. Mary's Regional School in Williamstown. Ms. Hens is a Woodbury High School, Gloucester County College, and Rowan University graduate. Ms. Hens earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education and English from Rowan University. Ms. Hens is highly involved in the Mary F. Janvier Elementary School community as a member of the School Safety, Climate, Character Education Committee, the School Spirit Committee, and she has completed multiple curriculum revision projects. Ms. Hens values watching her students grow and learn and finds a great amount of satisfaction when her students feel proud of themselves near the conclusion of the school year, when they recognize how much they have learned. In my words, as a snapshot for Ms. Hens. Ms. Hens is a dedicated professional who consistently demonstrates a genuine passion for teaching children through a presentation of lessons that address student learning needs in a supportive, academically focused environment that develops student enthusiasm for the learning process and celebrates the children's achievements. Congratulations, Ms. Hens. Well deserved. Congratulations on being our Teacher of the Year.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Want to just pose in real quick? Social media content.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'd like to call up Ms. Brielle Keevitt. This way we can get on camera. So we see the board and get on camera. So Ms. Keevan is the teacher of the year at the Caroline Ritter School. She has earned her Bachelor's of Arts degree in elementary education from Richard Stockton University, and she is currently pursuing her master's degree in administration. I also do want to mention she is my administrative intern. I'm very proud of her, with Wilmington University. Ms. Keevan has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to fostering a love for learning among her students. Ms. Keevan's teaching philosophy revolves around placing students at the center of their educational journey. Her classroom is renowned for its dynamic and engaging learning environment, where students are not just recipients of knowledge, but active participants in the learning process. Colleagues commend her for her innovative and student-centered approach that sparks curiosity and enthusiasm for literature and language. Beyond her role in the classroom, Ms. Keevan has proven herself to be both a mentor and an advocate for her fellow educators. Serving as a mentor for novice teacher and taking on the crucial role of team leader for the 6th grade liberal arts department, she has been instrumental in creating a collaborative and supportive atmosphere. Her leadership extends to various committees, including our school leadership committee, the district ELA committee, and also the district leadership committee. Ms. Keevan routinely provides insightful perspectives and thoughtful methods, whereas she actively contributes to the enhancements of both our school and also our district. Her commitment to staying informed about the latest educational practices showcases her desire to offer the best possible education for her students. In addition to her professional achievements, Ms. Keevan possesses a remarkable ability to build meaningful connections. Described by one of her colleagues, she's described as someone who makes other people want to be better. She establishes strong rapport not only with her students, but also with parents and families. Congratulations, Ms. Keevan, on this well-deserved recognition.
Congratulations on behalf of the board.
Congratulations.
I'd like to bring up Mr. DeSantis, our teacher of the year at Main Road School. Main Road is happy to announce Mr. DeSantis as the 2023-2024 Educator of the Year. Mr. DeSantis has been in education for 10 years, 9 years at Main Road School. Over the years, he has taught all 4 subject areas in both 3rd and 4th grade. He is seen as a strong role model in our school, and his consistent dedication to his students does not go unnoticed. Mr. DeSantis has a reputation for being an amazing teacher. He teaches his students to be part of a class and school community that is held to the highest regard. He is highly engaged with parents through consistent communication, going beyond just a report of upcoming events and students' progress. When it comes to working with colleagues, Mr. DeSantis is an active PLC member and is seen as a leader on the math team. He continually finds real-world applicable skills to tie into lessons for his 3rd grade class, highlighting the importance of the concept. He interacts with students as individuals, taking the time to get to know them and their families more personally. He seeks to help students as a tutor before and after school to ensure that they are getting the most from their education. He is seen as a strong role model in our school, and his consistent dedication to his students does not go unnoticed. He works continuously to ensure that he is meeting the students' needs and celebrating their progress. Thank you, Mr. DeSantis, for going above and beyond for our Main Road students on the daily basis.
Congratulations, Mr. DeSantis, on behalf of the board.
Ms. Donna Selfridge. Ms. Selfridge is our Educational Services Professional of the Year for the school district. So we're very proud to have you in our school. So with that said, congratulations. And now you get to hear all the good stuff. Ms. Selfridge is currently in her 15th year as a paraprofessional in Franklin Township Public School District. Her current assignment has her supporting student learning in the second grade resource center at Mary F. Janvier Elementary School. Mrs. Selfridge is a graduate of Clayton High School and Gloucester County College. Upon graduation from Gloucester County College, Ms. Selfridge obtained an associate's degree in business. When asked what she values the most about working with children, Ms. Selfridge responded that she values each child's unique personality and enjoys helping them to learn and celebrate their achievements. In my words, as a snapshot of Ms. Selfridge, she is a dedicated professional who consistently demonstrates enthusiasm towards helping children through the application of her positive attitude and her flexible demeanor. Ms. Selfridge is a team player who is a true benefit to our school and our school district. Congratulations, Ms. Selfridge, on this very well-deserved honor.
Congratulations on behalf of the board.
Thank you.
Congratulations again to all our recipients. On behalf of the board, congratulations. Next item on our agenda this evening is presentation of our annual audit. So, everybody prepare to
Well, listen, the good news is that I've got a 2-page document for you tonight, not a 175-page document, so it'll be short and sweet. I'll go over the financial highlights of the audit, the June 30th, 2023 audit. The results are good. There are 3 opinions that are rendered in the audit report in that 175 pages. On pages 17 to 20 is the independent auditor's report. I'm happy to report to the board that an unmodified opinion has been rendered on the financial statements. All the assets, liabilities, fund balances, revenues, expenditures, and note disclosures are fairly stated as of June 30th, 2023. So hats off there. That's the best opinion that can be rendered. The audit was conducted in accordance with auditing standards generally accepted in the United States, government auditing standards, and the requirements set forth by the New Jersey Department of Education. So really a good report there. There's another report back on page 161 and 162, Exhibit K1. It is a report on internal control over financial reporting and compliance. Our firm reviewed and evaluated internal controls and tested the compliance with New Jersey laws and regulations. There were no internal control weaknesses that were noted, nor any instances of non-compliance with all the testing that we do. We're here, what do you think, Trish? 250 hours? We're here a lot of hours, and there's a lot of internal control and compliance testing and checklists. So really a great job there. The district also had, on pages 163 to 165, a single audit, and we had an independent auditor's report on compliance for each major program and report on internal control over compliance. We selected for the federal single audit the assistance listing number 84.425, which is the Education Stabilization Fund. They are the ARP funds. And we also, for the state programs, tested the state aid public. There are hundreds of different compliance requirements that we go through and we test with those 2 programs. And again, no comments, no recommendations. Unmodified opinion was rendered. the types of compliance requirements that could have a direct and material effect on each of those federal and state programs for the year ended June 30th, 2023. Again, the best opinion it can be rendered. Really good job there. Some financial highlights for the governmental funds, your general fund, your main operating fund. Fund balance decreased a little over $1 million. You have a balance of $4,828,000 on the GAAP basis. Your special revenue fund increased $3,200. It's up to about $21,000. That represents the student activity funds that are left. Your capital projects fund decreased $61,000. That's down to $41,000. And your debt service, your fund balance had no change. We take money in from a capital reserve account and we pay the principal and interest on that debt service. The proprietary funds, the food service fund, just about broke even. It was $854 increase for the year. That fund is in also really good shape as well. There's $442,000 in the food service fund at the end of the year. If you flip that 2-page document, there's a financial summary of the budgetary basis for Exhibit C1. It's on pages 93 to 97. The district for 2023 had excess revenue over budget of $677,000, really good. You had unexpended appropriations. Your expenditures were less than your appropriations by $1,676,000. We generated $2,353,000 back into surplus. We utilized, though, $3,462,000. That was that decrease of that $1.1 million that I talked about earlier on that first page. Comparison of budget versus actual expenditures in the general fund. The total appropriations were $25,936,000. We expended $24,259,000. That represents 93.5% of the budget that we spent for the June 30th, 2023 year. And then at the bottom of that page is the fund balance, the recapitulation of the fund balances for June 30th, 2023. And you'll see there we had a reserve for encumbrances of right around $400,000. We had capital reserve monies of $1,896,000 for future capital that we can do. The maintenance reserve, we have just about $840,000 at the end of the year. The unemployment reserve has $392,000. We utilized $1,149,000 in the 24 budget year that we're in, and we have unreserved and undesignated surplus of $982,000, which represents about 4% of the budget. So really, really good numbers. Again, no comments, no recommendations. Finance department continues to do a really good job. And Trish, thank you, and thank the staff for all the courtesies that were extended to us when we were here. Yeah, and as always, if you have any comments or questions throughout the year, reach out. It's nice to tackle it then and not during the audit, right? Yeah. Okay? All right, guys, keep up the good work.
From this evening, so basically in summary, we have no recommendations or modifications or current practices
Correct.
for financially for the spot.
Really good.
Are there any questions for board members on the audit? We do have it in the past, for that another question.
I have a question. Where does that unreserved and undesignated, where do those funds go now?
Those funds are available to be used for the budget that the finance department is going to be putting together now for the 24-25 year. Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Any other questions? Thank you.
All right, guys.
Quick comment, I'd like to compliment your office, too. I know that's a lot of.
That would be my comment. I do have to verbally state that I do thank my office and my staff, even board staff, some of the other building secretaries as well, because it is a huge job to do. So not one person gave you guys here, appreciate it. So thank you very much for your time and your staff.
Yep. Anytime. Anytime. Keep up the good work, okay? All right, guys. Have a good night.
Next items are public comment portion for agenda items. Without any motion, give to the public for a second. All in favor? Is anyone from the public who would like to comment on any items you're listed this evening or agenda? Seeing no one, I make a motion to close the public for a second. All in favor?
Aye.
School board president. school board president from Newfield, member of the Elk Township board, I'm sure she's the president, or just a member, quite a few members of the LC staff were there at different capacities. So it was a really productive meeting. We essentially broke into a couple different groups to brainstorm what we were looking for, the next superintendent for Delcy. Kind of put those ideas on paper, and then we put those ideas up through all the groups. Went through, as a group and identified some overlapping ideas and some commonalities of things that we definitely wanted to focus on. And then we went through and formulated intergroups, a couple of interview questions that we presented to their candidates related to this topic. It was a really productive meeting. I have to say thanks on behalf of the board, the Delcy administration for allowing us to participate. I had asked the chair of their committee, what their anticipated timeline was, and I believe they're going to be holding interviews this coming month, and they're anticipating on making an appointment to that position sometime in April, based on the information that's provided by Mr. Borrelli, who's the chair of their committee there. Also in attendance was several members of their board, Mr. Borrelli, Mr. Garcia, Joe Collins was there, the business administrator, another gentleman, Anthony Fitzpatrick, who was their assistant superintendent, which is a really nice guy, anyway, doesn't know. And as I said, Mr. Frank BoE is leading that committee. So it was a good meeting. I think to get out and learn questions. I did have questions from two of our board members, which I presented, in our small committee there. And those items were related were part of the topic of discussion. So, any board members have any questions for me? So hopefully, 2 months we'll get the details. All right, so if you have any questions, I'll go ahead and move on. Mrs. Shanklin, do you have anything to report?
Nothing new from school boards. I guess just as far as our training requirements, Trish will be reaching out to us on that as soon as it comes through, right, Trish?
Yes, and it'll open the next round.
There's nothing else going. It's kind of quiet always this time of year. Thank you.
Any board member liaison reports? Ms. White?
I had the privilege of being over at Middle School on First Friday. It's just such an exciting time. My second time being there, and just so engaging. The teachers were very welcoming, and they, besides the ones that have currently they started a new one floral design, which was really nice. The one I didn't go into was the kickboxing. I watched from the window, but it was just a really special time to see the children so excited and engaged in this project.
Any other things? Moving on, we have minutes from January 22nd, regular board meeting. Everyone has an opportunity to review those. Are there any changes, comments, questions? That's not a motion to approve the minutes as listed. Do I have a second? All in favor? Abstentions? You read the other?
She did.
So moving on our agenda, we have human resources as well.
Yeah, human resources, like I said, that we feel is very, very lucky. Like the last HR agenda I had in my career. There's only just 3 items. That's all we have.
All right, as long as no questions or comments, I'll make a motion to approve human resources items H1 through H11 recommended by the superintendent. I have a second.
Second.
Any other comments? Trish, call roll.
Shanklin?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Do you want me to say Patch Wilson or Wilson or Patch?
You can just say that.
Patch. There, Patch.
Yes.
There. Star?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Yeah, education, it's the same thing, it's only actually one item that actually has to be on the meeting, so it works out. So, yeah, very, very late.
Any comments or questions?
I just have one comment. I'm just glad to see, I know we do a lot of in-house conferences and workshops, but it's nice to see some teachers going out of district. There's a lot of good workshops out of district, so it's nice to see that.
One quick comment before I call for business for approval. Typically, this time of year, adopting the 24-25 student count.
Yeah, historically, we do approve that in February. I did pull it from the agenda. I met with, I want Pierre and I go over to make sure those calendars match as close as possible. They are actually having their professional development days prior to Labor Day, prior to that September. So I did meet with the leadership of the TFBA and put that out there to them. And we are having a membership meeting the 21st, so I was going to throw that out to the membership to see if they would be willing to do days prior to Labor Day. This way, our calendars could match with LC's, just for the best practice. So as soon as I get a response from them, we'll have the calendar when we get it tomorrow.
So is there essentially the 2 days that we currently would not be able to match with Delta?
Correct. LC has their contract where they can provide PD prior to the September 1, prior to the
So we would be looking to start the day after Labor Day match.
students. Students would start that Tuesday after, if we'll start that Tuesday after the Labor Day.
Well, hopefully they're able to work that out. Because, in many years I've been in Franklin Township, one of the biggest complaints I've heard from parents is why the calendars can't match. It's a huge inconvenience for many parents who have students in the two districts. I'm looking up here, I see some sitting at the table. My children, I was the only one now that it's no longer an issue for myself. But again, that's something that many parents that I've heard for years, even prior to my time in the school board. So it definitely would be beneficial. I think very appreciated by the community as a whole. If we could do our best to match that calendar or match it as close as possible. So to that extent, whatever the FDA is willing to do, work with us, certainly appreciate it. Any other questions on education? If not, make a motion to approve education items I-1 through I-6 as recommended by the superintendent. I have a second.
Second.
Any other comments? Treasurer BoE?
Doyle?
Yes.
Regosio?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Patch?
Yes.
Star? Eileen?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Brett?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Carol, Minister.
Yep, so just our normal monthly items, enrollment, attendance, drills in there. Before it has our student discipline, hit table. 5, we have a few things to review this month. 6 with the affirmation of past months. We'll see 7, is the SSDS report from 4 period 1 twice a year. We have to report the student safety submission. So those are listed there in 5 items. That's
Any more questions on the commission? Hearing none, I make a motion to approve general administration items J1 through J7 as recommended. Do I have a second? Any other comments, questions? Treasurer BoE?
Michael?
Yes.
Patch?
Yes.
Star?
Yes.
Eileen?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Regosio?
Yes.
Brett?
Yes.
Motion carries.
wastewater environmental, or wastewater license holder.
Yes.
One of them had testing attached to it, so it's a pretty large amount based on what it took to see monthly. Is that like 18 year end or year beginning test? Or?
There's actually been some catch-up items that we needed to ignore, given that there were some office issues that we already actually incurred. So the testing was done on time. We just were not invoiced finally for those testing items.
So that larger was those in the one-time situation.
Correct.
That is
Yes.
thank you. There is everybody have an opportunity to look at those. Are there any comments or questions?
So you know that we go on items 2, 3, and 4 over the month of December 2023, transfer report, secretary report, treasurer report. Questions? Concerns? 5 is cafeteria report for the month of December as well. Item 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are not. Item 12, we have use of facilities request for a PTA meeting here at Franklin School. 13 is none. 14 is the annual audit to be approved, as was presented by Mike. Item 15 is an amendment to the fiscal year 22 that's grant that's listed there. Basically, we just swap out in order to provide more than so my supplies are here as well as here, so we know that's all about that.
Is that just a switch to the running fund?
Yes. Yes. And that's it for operations.
Anyone have any questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve operations of the K1 containment as recommended by the superintendent. Have a second.
Second.
Second, again, Trigger call.
Rizzo?
Yes, but abstain, K1, Villas, 2 and 3, just the healthy line items. They won't say I abstain.
Michael?
Yes.
Pat? Star?
Yes, abstain from K1, Villas, 2 and 3.
Chingley?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Brett?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, old business, we have our same items listed, 4 goals. Planning calendar, review, feasibility, reorganization, consolidation. Item, don't believe there's anything to update on that. Sorry.
Yeah, on Wednesday of last week, Diane, Mr. Walton, and myself went to the regional, growing presentation on regionalization, and for like 4 hours.
I watched it. I started to watch it.
I don't know how to say this. It really kind of wasn't anything new to us because we're going through it. It was mostly for people that are coming in, I think, who are considering it for their districts. And the new field president was there because he's brand new to the situation. Henry Berman was there. It was kind of interesting because I did learn a couple little nuances and a couple little things as far as like the reason that people are considering it other than money, you know. And I found it to be a little bit of a, no surprise here, a little bit of a promo for their rowings. You know, we can do this, we can do that as part of the LEAP program and that. But it was very quick. There were 4 little sessions, I think, 4 or 5 sessions. What I did like is I did not know, having come in so late in the process, that when the application was prepared by Delsey, there were certain things that had to be answered, and the criteria was listed on that printout, or that presentation. So I got it. I guess you got the final thing, Diane, right? Did you get it in your email? I got one that day from one of the people. Maybe I'll send it to Troy. Would you consider attaching it to the weekly update? It's actual PowerPoint, you know, which made it a little bit quicker and easier to read. And at the end, they did what to do and what not to do, like a do's and don'ts, which we found very helpful and fun. It was kind of like funny the guy, if you know some people from Salem, Mr. Gorman is kind of a character. So he was telling us, don't do this, you know, make sure you do that. And it helped a lot with that area. But these were for people, I think, that were just starting the process, not as far along as we are. And there was another, but there's still a lot of questions. And one of the things I liked, which I didn't realize, was when they start to really get into this final presentation to us, the final paper, they will entertain questions that are unique to the district, not just like the ones they normally do. And I think we have some that are very unique here. Being in 2 constituent districts going into Delsey makes it very different, in my opinion, than 5 small districts trying to regionalize. Because we're already kind of in there. There's a lot of infrastructure issues, a lot. And one superintendent, the Henry Hudson group that already has done it, and there's like, what, 4 or 5 districts, they have the same superintendent, so I'm like, well, they still have different business people, still have their infrastructure's different, their teachers' contracts are different. So they still have that implementation to go through. It's not going to be that easy. And so we will get implementation grants. And as Troy has asked, and we've asked so many times, well, what's it going to cover? You know, it sounds like we can get quite a bit of money, but I don't think it's going to go as far as they think. So there's a lot of questions, but it was pretty informative. So I'll get Troy to send it out an update. You know, it was pretty easy to go through, wasn't it?
Just a couple things you didn't know.
No, I'm good.
Also that Henry Hudson had a really nice visualization web page that they
Okay.
there is chock full of information on there. I also felt that their financial department, the VA, the financial, they were very, very knowledgeable about the tax impact. So I was able to give contact information for that in the future. So probably it's worth your time to click on that website table. You know, it really paints a picture and tells your story, and then maybe take some of some of the correspondence that they sent out. So, you know, having those connections, I think, will all I have to do.
We have another meeting, what, the 29th of this month? 28th or 29th?
29.
It's a regionalization.
Yeah, 29.
So, Mark, just to clarify, I think I understand, but for the public, so the kids, the meeting that you attended was the general information set on regionalization strategy, not specific to the study, which are undertaken. Okay.
It was like general information. It was kind of like a little bit of a promo, I think, for them to bring people in, talked about how to get the grants from the state to get that. Talked about the barriers that were there in the past that are now pretty much been changed. So yeah, it was general. It wasn't specific to us, yes.
One of the things that caught my attention and I thought would give the community to hear something about the equitable aspect of this.
Okay,
like
that's the
how,
first thing I have listed on.
yeah, like I thought that really stood out. Like I never thought of it that way. Like kids who go to bigger districts have more opportunity. Like they gave an example, I forget the example they gave, but like maybe some smaller schools can't afford a Spanish teacher. So they have an online program, but then another school has 3 full-time Spanish teachers and French and this and that. And when they get out of school, they have all this experience, and then the other student who went to the smaller school doesn't. So like as an equitable standpoint, that really caught my attention as a community member. Like I want my kids the same educational experience as someone else.
Yeah, it was a music teacher because it was saying the kids got to 9th grade, the instrumental music kids, some of the small districts, the kids were not as experienced as some of the others, and it just really was hard for the freshman teacher.
Even for teachers, for like professional development, instructional coaches, like districts don't have the opportunity to grow their expertise because they don't have the money to pay for that kind of stuff in bigger districts together. That just caught my attention.
It's a good initial piece.
Any other comments? Thank you, Mark.
finalizing the minutes and it was.
Should be one of our meetings or
She
we'll
found you a board meeting, yes. So it should
She was there, I didn't say anything to her. No.
Yeah, she's still finalizing the calendar, so that's that whole stage.
So just for clarity, she's going to advise us on what it is that our organization can do to help us, and we make a decision whether or not we want to utilize that service. That's what's happening.
Pretty much.
It's not like our commitment that we can use.
So we're using it, right?
It's not, right, no.
Pardon me.
Briefly give you information as to the process, the timeline, use don'ts if you will. Yes, and there's also that service assisting superintendent.
Well, we should be starting in April, we also want to have a conversation as to what we want to do if we don't go with NJSBA, because if we want to look at another organization, we probably need to start going through some of that prior meeting with Terry, or very soon after, if we need to start the process in April.
I don't even know who else, I don't even know, Trish, what other organizations.
I honestly don't know off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, are there?
Yeah, no, yeah,
That's
a lot of township went through, yeah.
Don't say something.
Well, no, I mean, I know there's.
Hey, there are costs.
I wouldn't want to.
I mean, I'm not saying that's where we're going,
Well,
but if we decide not to do that, then we're kind of, we haven't done anything else, or what else we may want to do.
Elsie's search team is going to be available after April. Maybe we can hire that. Or we can, see who's on their list. Maybe the other there. But no, yeah, to your point, I mean, I don't know, what other options are available for us if it's something we're going to do ourselves, or we don't use it. Is that the service that they provide for us involved with our membership, or is there anything else?
That I have to double check on. But I would say the process may be a little less daunting.
Right.
Given the interim track.
Right.
So it's just that.
Yeah,
We do have work session.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely something that we are able to facilitate ourselves, and that's certainly been on the front,
I do not think we should do it ourselves.
No, I think I agree, I think it's too big of a job for us to do thoroughly.
he was with the intern.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Well, I have a lot of problems.
Okay. Have you been already?
Are you new to this board?
So it does look like the school board's charged for the service of the city affordability, and they offer multiple search options available.
Does or does not?
It does.
Yeah. It's not. Comparatively speaking, it's probably.
All right, yeah, that's a good point, Michelle, makes that if for some reason we choose to go that direction, we need to be able to deal with that rather quickly. So, what other options now? You can report back to that Mark, where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they kind of, I'll bet you they do.
From a cost perspective, they are.
Yeah, we did. I know Washington, they're just for those, certain.
All right, nothing else on that? Budget update?
Sure. Yeah, it's a pretty quick one, because again, we don't really have much more information than last time. We're still trying to put together some of the tentative items, as well as the full budget that we would have this week, but given this week, tonight, obviously, don't have much more information together. Again, still haven't heard from the governor's office that will be pushing back that state address, so as of now, it's still saying that we will get his draft on Monday, on February 27th, and he should receive the notices 2 days later, February 29th. Still looking at the increase in health benefits, the CHIP lot.
Well done.
And obviously, we have to put the fines this year because we are master funds on, and there's some grants for this, grants will be expiring as of September 30th. So we will.
Yeah, you know that resolution we did with the water. You make it not just for flood one.
I say we're wrong, I guess the paint is good, a picture of the auditor.
I like that to come back to the budget.
City detail.
Any other comments?
I know, this is probably not anytime soon, but I know that there's a grant opportunity through the state for buses that has begun in terms of buses being financed, electric buses. Yeah, have we looked into that at all since we have to replace our own?
Yes, and no. I mean, obviously we looked into it, however, currently one electric bus costs about $400,000.
And how much does the grant cover all of it?
We have the right grant, so it typically should cover that. However, I don't believe that that grant does actually cover the infrastructure updating and tying into basically the grid that we would have to do if we're doing the solar projects. So the electrician costs, electricity costs, the grid costs, those things. I don't believe the grant cover that does cover that. You know, it's just literally getting the bus. So yes, we looked into it.
Yeah.
Getting a full fleet for that, and I think the technology would need to be a little bit better, given we have 56 square miles to charge a bus that size would take probably more than overnight, as well as the amount of battery and mileage that we get from the battery may not be feasible for the square mileage of Franklin. So unless the technology gets better, as well as the cost comes down, as technology does over time, right now it's really not feasible.
Rob made a motion to our second public comment portion. Right matters. Make a motion to go to the public. Have a second. All in favor? Reverend Paul, we move to that order. Sure. You might just step forward and say your name for the record.
So, we're being approved for some buses for the coming school year this year, or 2024.
Yeah, sorry. Can you state your name, please?
My name is Lenore Walker.
Okay. And your question was
Are we
regarding buses approved?
approved for 4 buses this year?
No, not yet. They'll potentially be presented to be approved in the upcoming budget. However, as of now, that's not approved yet.
Okay. Because they put 4 of our buses, we were inspected in January, 4 buses were put off the road because they were not deemed safe. So they didn't get new buses this year. And I was just curious as to if we will be getting new buses.
I mean, even if the buses weren't approved, I don't know what said, we have the purchase of the buses.
Right, so we have to make sure that the budget has money in the fund for purchase of those buses. The whole budget has to be approved at that point. And then once the budget is approved, we typically would then send a letter of confirmation or agreement to that company. However, we're going to try to lease the buses because we get more buses for a way lower payment. That makes sense. So that process will be reviewed. Typically, we won't have those usually until the beginning of July, if they're leased.
Oh, I have another question. This is just something that, there's a rumor going around, I don't know if you guys could just sell that myth or what, but there's a lot of talk about Delsey and Franklin Township merging again, as we did like 10 years ago or so. There's a lot of people talking about that. And I just wasn't sure if that's something that's going to happen, if that's something that's in the plans, or if that's just a rumor that's going around. Because it didn't work before, so I was just curious as to if that was something that was going to be happening again.
Currently, there's a feasibility study which is being performed in partnership with our district along with Delsey Regional Elk Township and Borough of Newfield. The results of that study, I believe, are to be presented to the public in around April. So we don't have any information as to the feasibility of that. So there's a study going on, it's being looked at. But aside from that, any other information you may or may not heard is probably inaccurate because the study is not complete.
Just the people talking around town about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a good question. Representing the board members that want to offer further clarification. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would caution you that, again, that the study is not complete. So I'd be somewhat skeptical of any specific information that you're being told by anyone related to that because we don't even have any information yet. So, sure.
And then we go to vote to the community. So.
Yeah, well, like I said, if that was to happen, it's a long process and it's a very public process. It's not something that would happen without the community being involved and participating in the process and knowing about the process.
Okay.
I mean, I wish I could give you more information at this point. We just don't have any information right now, other than that we're looking into the possibility of doing that.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? Seeing none, I make a motion to close the public. I have a second. All in favor? We have our upcoming work session scheduled for March 13th. Our budget review meeting in the administration building. Presumably we have our numbers, registration, and instances in the back. This one's delayed, but and then a regular meeting here on March 18th.
Regular meeting starting at 6 as well?
Yes, yeah, all
The
regular
regular
meetings.
meeting. Sure, thank you.
And just one point of clarification, somebody asked in the treasury fund, during the rework, we added 2 work session meetings. The calendar that revision was named and approved at the work session, correct? And the calendar went out to somebody else, I think Mark asked. Yeah, so